Hey guys, rise and shine, it's education time. Rise and shine, it's education time. Miss Tisdale is back with a brand new lesson, brand new lesson, brand new lesson. All right, guys, so I'm back with a brand new lesson. We have this week and next week of school. You guys have been doing great. I'm so proud of you, and I'm so happy that I had you in class. So let's get to it. Whoop, whoop, whoop. You can do it. All right, so happy Monday. We will be close reading a text so that we gain a deeper understanding. We will then be focusing on reasons and evidence that the author uses to prove a point. Okay? So, why do readers close read? To help comprehend a complex text, to gain a deeper understanding of a text, to fully understand the author's message, to focus on patterns and details in the text, to analyze a text, to think critically about it. So, how do we close read? Well, we read the text multiple times. We annotate it, right, by jotting the gist. We circle unknown words, and we underline key details. Okay, so those are ways that we close read in class. So, remember, main idea is what a paragraph or entire text is mostly about. When we are close reading, we identify the gist or main idea of each paragraph. So this week, what you're going to be doing for your step 1 is you're going to be identifying the main idea of each paragraph, okay? Not of the whole text, each paragraph, okay? So what is it mostly about? We are going to be reading about bees. So on your graphic organizer that you are going to get there's a short video for you to watch to review what main idea is. Okay, there's a glossary of terms that you may not know, right? So the terms are ecosystem, a place where all similar living and non-living things live together. Organisms, an individual animal, plant, or single-celled life form. Pollination, the spreading of pollen from plant to plant. Okay, pollen are those yellow dust, like it's yellow dust. If you walk outside, they're all floating around lately. I've seen a lot of pollen. Transformation, a major change in the form, shape, character, or nature of something. All right, so I'm going to read the text for you. Those words that are in the glossary are highlighted in the text. Bees are very important to our ecosystem because they are great helpers. You probably have seen them hovering over flowers, quickly moving from one to another. Most people understand that this is helpful to the flowers themselves, as this helps them reproduce. Busy bees are very helpful to other organisms too. These little workers improve the lives of animals and humans in ways that go unnoticed by many. How do they do it? It is all through a process called pollination. Let's begin with a closer look at pollination. As bees are doing what nature intended, they do not even realize how much help they are to other living things. Bees have little hairs on their legs and body. As they go from one flower to the next collecting nectar, the sugary substance made by plants, pollen sticks to the hairs. The bees then move on to the next flower and the pollen is shaken off. This process is called pollination. Bees, as well as animals such as birds, bats, beetles, and butterflies, are all pollinators. Pollinators spread pollen so that plants are able to reproduce. Without the process of pollination, there would not be as many plants and flowers in nature, while wind does the same thing by blowing the pollen around. The number of flowers that are actually pollinated is not as many. In fact, pollinators help at least 1/3 of the world's crops and almost all wild plants. Without the help of pollinators to spread seeds, many plants would die off. Having bees pollinate flowers is helpful to many insects and animals. Tall flowers and plants can provide a safe place for smaller animals to hide from things that might eat them. Plants are a tasty meal to many different insects and animals. For example, a caterpillar munches on leaves until they can barely move anymore. They also use the plants for protection as it gives them a place to hide. Then, when the caterpillar is ready to make its transformation into a butterfly, it will create its cocoon on the plant. Without these plants and flowers, this would not be possible. There are other animals that benefit from plants and flowers too. Deer and rabbits' main food source are plants. Mice and snakes find coverage in taller grass to stay hidden from larger predators looking for an easy meal. Thanks to bees, these plants grow tall, and all of these habitats are possible. While people tend to be afraid of bees and smack at them as the little insects buzz around their heads, they probably gain the most from them. Have you ever tasted honey? I love honey. This is a result of the bees' busy work as they gather nectar from the plants.
Or I can open it.
Okay, thank you. We use honey to put in our drinks, to help our sore throats, and for other food sources. More importantly, bees help farmers grow our food. Many of the fruits and vegetables that are grown on farms are a result of the pollinating process taken care of by bees. More than one kind of fruits and vegetables are a result of bees doing what bees do. Bees may be small in size, but they have a huge impact on the lives of many living things. They are sort of like nature's little hero. They help with the making of food for insects, animals, and people. Bees also help provide a home or hiding place for others. Life would look very different if it were not for these amazing little critters. So remember that bees are so helpful to the environment. I tell my son that all the time because he gets scared of them, but they're very helpful to us. So, step one, you're gonna close read the passage by 1. Identify the main idea of each paragraph. This means, while reading, you think to yourself, what was this paragraph mostly about? 2. While identifying the main idea of each paragraph, highlight a key detail that supports your main idea. 3. Identify at least 2 words you don't know the meaning of. What do you think they mean using context clues? Okay, so paragraph 1 through 8, you are going to identify the main idea, so the gist, main idea of each paragraph. Words you don't know, and what do you think it means using context clues? Then you're going to see a little anchor chart to help you about author's perspective or author's points, okay? Author's perspective is how the author feels about what he or she wrote. Text evidence, the reason or reasons an author gives to support the way they feel about the topic they wrote about, okay? So your step 2 is this. You're going to answer the question below based off of the text. So 1, what is the author's main point? And you have 4 choices to choose from, okay? A, grass is important for humans. B, bees are very important to our ecosystem. C, animals help other animals. D, Fortnite is fun. Which one is the correct answer? It's up to you to decide. Then step 3, complete the organizer below. You will write a short paragraph explaining the author's main point. Use the one you picked from above and evidence the author uses to prove this point. All right, so author's main point, okay? So what is one piece of evidence the author uses to support? Okay, so you would write that here. Another piece of evidence used to prove the main point. Write it here. Another piece of evidence used to prove the main point. Write it here. And then use what you wrote in that graphic organizer and turn it into a paragraph. That is, bum, bum, bum. That is step 4. Sorry, I thought there was another page. Turn your organizer into a paragraph by typing it below. That is your assignment for this week. Be well, be safe, wash your hands. If you have any questions, reach out. You guys got this. Proud of you. Be kind. Work hard. Miss Tisdale? Ow.